Big Mac, large fry, and a medium Coke, please. I drove up to the second window and received that paper bag full of food and placed it between the driver's seat and the passenger's side. I was on my way to pick up my son from baseball and drive him directly to volleyball. I knew he wouldn't have time to eat dinner, so I thought I'll pick him up some on the way. My plan was going brilliantly until I reached the first red light. In the lull of the moment, the smell of McDonald's French fries was wafting to my nose, and my willpower seemed to just waft out the window right with it. I'll just have one. No one can tell how many there are anyway. I picked up the salty morsel and put it in my mouth. Of course, one turned to two. Two turned to four. Four might have turned into small handfuls at a time. And before I knew it, I was grasping at the bottom of the paper bag to ensure I had eaten every single fry so that my son didn't even know I had ordered any. In 6 minutes, from the drive to McDonald's to volleyball, my willpower to resist had turned to want power, and I was left licking my salty fingers in shame. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I have discovered something. Fear is like French fries. Fear seems irresistible in a sense. We never set out to indulge in it. We don't wake up in the morning and say, today I would love to be overcome by all my fears. I would like to make poor decisions based on those fears. And at the end of the day, I would love to wallow in self-regret and pity while I lick my self-inflicted wounds. But just like French fries seem to be served alongside of almost anything, fear seems to saddle up right beside all of life's circumstances. Health problems? Would you like fear with that? Financial issues? Would you like some ketchup on that fear? Feeling lonely? That comes with a free side of fear of rejection. Even good things are served with fear. A job promotion, a new relationship, pursuit of a dream. Would you like those fear fries to go or to stay? How then do we resist that tempting side order? How do we say no to fear? Going back to my story of eating every single one of my son's French fries, I think the whole scenario would have been completely different if I had just polished off a 5-course meal. If I had eaten a 10-ounce steak with a loaded baked potato, maybe a glass of wine and some dessert, I'm fairly certain I could drive up to McDonald's and not eat someone else's fries. The power to resist, then, doesn't come, in fact, the very same fries that once held so much temptation for me in my hunger now almost seem repulsive to me in my fullness. The fries haven't changed, but I have. The power to resist them, then, doesn't simply come from my willpower to resist, but it comes from being satisfied from a different source, from a greater source. I believe the same is true of fear. There simply isn't as much room to fear when we've filled ourselves up with faith, love, confidence. When we feast on the truth rather than fixate on all falsehoods, fear doesn't feel necessary or mandatory or nearly as alluring. When I'm satisfied with the knowledge that nothing outside of me can change what I hold inside of me, fear loses its power. The very same fears that were once so overwhelming seem somewhat pitiful. Yet the opportunity to fear hasn't changed. I've changed. When I'm physically full, I can see McDonald's French fries as the deep-fried, add to my hips, I'll be hungry in an hour, probably make me feel bloated fries that they really are. So too, when we're spiritually full, I can see my fears as the deeply flawed, holding me back, I'll regret it later type of lies that they really are. I highly doubt that McDonald's will ever stop selling French fries. And I truly doubt that fear will stop being served alongside of many of life's circumstances. But we can say no to fear by saying yes to things that are so much greater: faith, hope, love. I'll take a Big Mac, please, but hold the fries.